One of the interesting things about entrepreneurship is, and most people believe it's easy and it's sexy and it's filled with travel and all this good stuff. It's actually really fucking hard, and I have to often remind myself that I signed up for this. In this video, business is hard, life is hard. We're going to talk about some of the, the challenges and the issues that arise, and really how it's, up to us to have a strong mentality to overcome that and be willing to accept it and to honor ourselves. I think there's points where, we can't be on all day, every day, 24/7. You've got to honor yourself in that you're going to have rough days and you're going to have tough days. And you're going to have days where you're going to say, fuck this, I don't want to do it anymore. And that's okay. As long as you get back up and you quit tomorrow, so to speak. I'm Stephen Taylor. For the last 10 years, I've been building a couple $1 million cybersecurity IT support company here in Chicagoland, and I'm fascinated with living a wholly successful life. We talk about all of this and more every single week. Please like, share, and subscribe. Quit tomorrow, right? And it gives you this perspective on life, which is, hey, just get through what you've got to get through today. Get the things done that you set out to accomplish or that need to get done or whatever. And, if it still sucks by tomorrow, then you can quit, so to speak, right? I think one of the things that has been helpful for me is honoring the fact that some days you just don't feel it. Some days you might wake up and you might go, this, I don't want to, or I can't, or I'm overwhelmed, or whatever it might be. And, let's honor that. Those days are going to happen. I think if you're up to good things, and if you're busy, and if you're taking on risks, and if you're growing, there should be days where you wake up thinking, I just don't want to do this today. And let's honor that, and let's find a way to adjust, and let's find a way to, recenter and get grounded, or get back to, feeling good and feeling upbeat about things. There's going to be days like that, so you can quit tomorrow. One of the other things I've come to realize is, in this interesting way, all of the solutions that we need to most of the problems that we have are right in front of us. And most of it revolves around us or me, or the leader of an organization. If I'm in good spirits, if I'm well taken care of, if I'm happy and healthy, then all of the other things in business seem to fall in line, right? In so many of my peer group calls or with different forum mates, when you hear someone who maybe is struggling with some different things in their business, you can kind of assume or allude, and they'll tell you, that their health and wellness is off, or something else is going on at home, or maybe in their personal life, right? One impacts the other so much in both ways. It's a two-way street too, right? Conversely, you hear about someone who they're still dealing with challenges. They're still having issues, right? But they're in good spirits and they're conquering things and they're, able to push through those things. Their health and wellness and their morale and their mentality is in good shape, right? And so again, it's very much is this two-way street. And so, us just honoring that there's going to be these bad days or challenging days. And if it was easy, everyone would do it, reminding ourselves that, hey, we're not alone in this. There's others like us, but we've chosen this life of entrepreneurship or business ownership or whatever it might be. And so of course it's going to be more difficult than, just clocking your 40 and going to work Monday through Friday. For me, but I think a lot of people feel this way too, is, we get into business and we have a goal, right? I want to be successful, or I want to create something, or whatever it might be. And we navigate through that and we work our asses off for it. And then I think there's this assumption of, that golf course retirement age, or, cashing out on the beach or things like that. I think what I've realized is that life is always going to be hard. If you are someone who, can experience the highest highs and happiness, then guess what? You're going to experience the lows and the challenges, right? And it's just a fact of life. And so getting comfortable with challenges and issues and drama and whatever it might be, not to say that we're going to let that stuff, happen in our life, and we're going to set boundaries and we're going to do the best we can to control things. But there is a ton in life that we have zero control over. And so just being able to navigate, those storms with a mindset of, this comes with the territory. This is a part of this journey. This is to be expected, right? And then navigate it the best you can with what you've got. would I have been able to do what I've done had I not gone through the 13, challenging stories in my life or whatever it might be, right? It molds and it creates us into whom we are. I think, yeah, luck is a big part of business and success and life, but two, I think we can create luck. Right? Having a positive outlook and saying yes to the most random ass things, kind of builds this great, if it wasn't for me saying yes a few times, I wouldn't have had the great luck to, be around country music stars or whatever it might have been, right? So a little bit of both sides. But I think, success early on in our society's definition of success is, money and very selfish, right? I believe success is happiness. And then long term, I think it's more about creating impact for others. And so it's important to keep your eye on that vision, knowing that there's going to be challenge, but it's because of that, call it suffering or issues or challenges that you're going to be able to create impact for others in life. And then at the end of life, isn't that a story worth telling? I think I often find myself in that position of, God, today is a rough one or today was a tough one, right? But we'll get back on it tomorrow. So, when was the last time you wanted to quit tomorrow?